Well now, a visit. Can I help you with something?
Whatever is a Doctor of the Bridge Alliance doing in the barracks of the New Serene Coin Guard?
I was posted here from the University of Al-Sad, as per their agreement with the Guard.
Agreement? What sort of agreement?
The Guard requested dedicated doctors for the care of their troops. The University accepted under two conditions: that the doctors practice only in the territories of the Bridge or her allies, and that we have the privilege of examining all of their corpses, in the interest of anatomical study. These requests were made official thanks to the Agreement Charter, and I must say we have been able to increase our knowledge of anatomy immensely. Anything else?
We are here concerning the matter of Recruit Rayner.
Are you family or friends?
You could say that. I'm the one who recruited the lad.
I see. Well, what I can do is tell you what I can.
When was the body brought to you?
Day before yesterday, in the early morning.
Can you tell me anything about the circumstances?
All I know is what I was told by the fellows who brought the body to me. They said they'd spent the evening together at the tavern, that they'd had a great deal to drink. A horrid habit the soldiers all seemed to share.
Rayner was not a drinker.
Maybe not. All the same, he was drinking that night. He stepped outside for a moment and never came back in. His companions found him drowned in the bay early morn, and they brought him to me.
How then did he die, in your opinion?
He drowned. I'm sorry. It's regrettable. He was quite a young man.
Yeah, and his death makes no sense. He didn't drink, and he knew how to swim.
All the same, that's what happened. I greatly regret it.
Might we take a look at the body?
No, I wouldn't recommend that. To see your friend in such a state.
I'm a soldier, Doc. I've seen a number of men in pieces. Let me see the young lad.
I regret, Captain. I cannot allow that.
To be quite frank, we're leaving you no choice. I doubt that you will be able to stop my friend from doing what he wants. And today he's driven by sadness. And when he's of sad sorts, the slightest frustration can turn that melancholy into a rage. And alas for you, he's quite violent when he's in a rage.
You wouldn't dare! I've been appointed by the Elder of the University of...
Quite violent.
Very well. Do as you see necessary. Beasts. It's the body in the middle. Examine him if you must. But please be so kind as to not leave a mess after you.
This one is just a boy. His face is still locked in an expression of pain. Kurt, is this your recruit?
Yes, that's my Rayner. Poor kid. I should have left him with his family where he was.
We'll need to examine the body to learn more. Is that all right?
He's not the first young man I've seen with the lights gone from his eyes. Go on.
I'm no doctor, but this boy doesn't seem to have drowned at all. It looks like he's been beaten. It's suspicious.
The boy I knew would never have drunk himself senseless to the point he'd fall into the bay, I'm telling you.
I believe you, Kurt. But if we want to prove it, we'll need to find more evidence. Excuse me, Doctor, but you owe us a few explanations. This boy did not die by drowning.
It is absolutely the cause of death, I assure you. The science of death is a complex art, and you are certainly not a doctor.
That is true, but you are. Do you recognize your own notes? Your writing is hard to read, but the word drowning never appears.
What an idiot! I should have burned those notes. I am truly sorry. I swear I have never, ever falsified a report before. But I was given no choice in the matter.
How's that? What are you talking about?
Two men, lieutenants, I believe, brought a body to me telling me the boy had drowned in an accident. I saw immediately this was a lie, but I did not push the matter. I began my examination, planning to submit my report to the quartermaster as per usual. But the men returned. I was told to forget what I'd discovered and say that he had indeed drowned, or else.
Who were they?
I have no idea. I had never seen them before at the barracks. I guessed their rank by their uniforms.
What colours were they sporting?
None. They must have removed the emblems of their regiment. Listen, it's obvious that this boy was beaten repetitively, and that was the cause of death. I have no intention of suffering the same fate.
Have no fear, Doctor. We will make no mention of your name.
Andevarstire. That means, may the earth welcome him. I am sorry for you, Kurt.
Thank you, Siora.
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
We have a situation, Manfred. Rainer didn't drown. The doctor falsified his report. He was threatened and feared for his own life.
You have to be pulling me leg. Who bullied the crowface?
Lieutenants that he didn't recognize, alas, and who wore no regiment emblems.
Which regiment was Rainer assigned to? I would like to have a word with his commanding officer.
Let me have a look at the register. My memory isn't what it once was. Stab my heart with a rusty blade. His name's been crossed out. Oh, if I catch the bastard that did that.
What mess was the boy into, Manfred? What could this be about?
Your lad was in the 6th or maybe the 11th, before being reassigned to who knows where.
Just like that? You out of everyone have to know where the recruits are assigned.
Not of late. This isn't the first lad who's been reassigned all of a sudden at the drop of a hat. Each time I start complaining about it, I'm told they've changed regiments, and it's not my concern.
Something truly bizarre is going on here. I don't like this at all.
Let's try and discover which company he was stationed at before this mysterious reassignment.
Is there anything else?
No, thank you.
I need to get to the bottom of this mystery, Greenblood. I don't like being taken for a fool. Even if the lieutenants weren't stationed at these barracks, someone here must know where Rainer was assigned.
We should also go and check the tavern. Men on leave will perhaps have looser lips than those within the walls. Good day, soldier.
Good day, my lady.
De Sardet, legate of the congregation on Tirfredi.
Captain Kurt.
Oh, excuse me, Excellency. I didn't know. Captain, I truly am sorry. At your service, my lady. Excellency.
Since you know who we are, present yourself, soldier.
Ah, yes, my lady. Recruit 2nd Class Ulrich, Blue Silver Regiment, 11th Company. At your service. Anything else?
You don't quite look like you've got the hang of all this. How long have you been in?
Is it that obvious?
It's quite normal for a new recruit.
I joined up 4 months ago. But at the beginning, we were on board ship, you see. I don't know if that really counts. I started exercises when we got to New Serene, but I'm making progress, they say.
And do you like it here?
I sure do. That's why I joined the Guard. To come here, to leave the continent. Know what I mean?
I do.
Anything else?
Do you know a recruit going by the name of Raynor?
Raynor? It's just... Excellency, please.
The boy is terrified now that he knows who we are. So long as he's in that state, he'll say nothing of worth. You should bring him a bottle to calm his nerves.
That will be all, soldier. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
What can I pour for you?
I'm looking for information concerning a young recruit going by the name of Raynor.
Sorry, there's nothing but soldiers here. With a few sailors. Well, one recruit or another. It's half a dozen of one, 6 of the other to me. You should just try talking to them yourself. You got yourself quite a selection. What can I pour for you?
Give me a bottle of your best drink.
There you go. But be careful. She's got a strong bite.
Excellency!
I saw you in the palace, if I'm not mistaken.
Your Excellency has a good eye and memory. I am one of the officers, in charge of the protection of your cousin's councillors. How can I help you?
You said you were responsible for the protection of my cousin's councillors.
That's right, Your Excellency. It's my assignment. When I'm not on leave, that is.
And what sort of work do you carry out, exactly?
Essentially to assure that every one of those prestigious persons is accompanied by a guard. But I also have to follow and verify their personnel. Valets, chambermaids, secretaries.
And is everything in order? One of our councillors is an old professor of mine. You know how it is.
All is as should be expected, Excellency. Lord de Castiglione is in good hands, rest assured. Anything else?
We are investigating the death of a young recruit, a certain Raynor.
I've never heard the name before. He's not one of my men.
I know, but you might at least have heard someone mention him in passing.
Did he die at the palace?
No. We have no idea where it happened, only where the body was found. So?
I'm sorry. That doesn't ring any bells. None at all.
I recruited the lad myself, Lieutenant. And just a while ago, I saw his body broken and bruised in the morgue. Someone has been trying to cover this up, to lead us down false trails at every turn. But Raynor deserves justice. I know you have to understand that.
I hear you. The murder of one of our own should not go unpunished. But alas, I don't know how I can help you. This is the first I've heard about it.
At your service, milady. Excellency.
Here. You seem tired and a little on edge. A drink would do you some good.
It's just that... I don't know if I'm allowed.
You're on leave, or you wouldn't be at the tavern. And why not?
Yes, but this is His Excellency's own bottle. I don't know if I can.
Drink, I tell you.
Now then, why don't you tell us what you know about Raynor?
Well, I didn't serve with him. Well, not really. We just crossed paths. He was leaving the 11th when I joined. Everyone said he was good, strong, and, followed orders. And then, poof! Lieutenant got this order, and he wasn't happy. And I mean really quite unhappy. And then Raynor, he was gone. We never saw him again. We asked where he'd been sent, but the lieutenant didn't want to tell us. Said that it was none of our business. But you? He won't be able to say no to you. You should go and offer him a drink, too.
Where can we find your lieutenant?
At the barracks.
Thank you. And watch yourself when leaving. Wouldn't want you to fall into the bay. That will be all, soldier. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
No, thank you. Hello, officer.
Excellency, can I do something for you?
Could you tell me which company you serve?
The 11th, Excellency. Anything else?
What's your assignment?
The 11th is assigned to road and outpost security for the congregation on the island. As for me, I'm responsible for the training of recruits and the patrol duty roster. Anything else?
We are concerned about the death of a young recruit named Raynor.
Let's be perfectly straight. We know that Raynor belonged to your company. And as the acting lieutenant instructor, you certainly had him under your command. So just stop with the lies. We've lost enough time here.
You know what they say? Guard business is well guarded.
And concerns only the guard. Now, unless you've lost your eyesight, you've a captain in front of you.
I know. But this story is dangerous, Captain.
If you have so much as an ounce of respect for the boy, speak to us. Don't you believe he deserves justice?
Yes, of course. But you have no idea what's been going on here. If word got round that I've been talking, come back after sundown, when there's fewer folk.
Very well. We'll be back.
Anything else?
Thank you, Lieutenant. Farewell.
That man was shaking and looking over his shoulder, as if he thought a predator had caught his scent. Whatever could terrify your warriors to jitter so?
I don't know yet. But I will find out, Siora.
One armor that fits you like a glove. Greetings. You look like someone who would know how to use a blade. If you're looking for the best steel, you're in the right place. Weapons, armors, ammunition, I have it all. And if you have a special request, my associates will be glad to make it for you. Want armor that fits you like a glove? Oh, it's a great pleasure to see you again at the... Want armour that fits you like a glove? Oh, it's a great place. Want armour that fits you like a glove? We'll make it for you.
Can you help me?
Come closer, good people. Liqueur and wine.
Are your boots worn through? Is your... Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with? Thank you for your visit. See you soon. Welcome! It's such a pleasure to... Have you seen anything? Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Come closer, good people. Liqueur and wine from the continent. Tier for the alcohol.
Cousin! You have returned to me. Your absence was sorely felt.
You don't appear to be in top form. Are house intrigues keeping you from finding proper sleep?
No, nothing to bring me nightmares as of yet. I'm blaming it on the change of diet. Now, tell me what adventures you've been up to. If you only knew how bored I grow behind these walls.
We were not able, alas, to stop the clash between the forces of the Alliance and Siora's clan. We arrived at the village and battlefield too late. The Queen fell.
I'm extremely sorry for your loss, Princess.
Thank you. My sister survived, fortunately, and we are recovering from this tragedy together. But our clan was extremely weakened by this battle and by recent events.
We shall keep a close eye on the Bridge Alliance and their undertakings. Rest assured.
You should know that the battle took place in the middle of ancient ruins. The ruins were quite strange. We discovered a fresco that I am certain was crafted by continental hands.
Really? And how ancient are these ruins? Could they date back to the first landings of the Bridge Alliance?
They date much farther back than their arrival would explain. My mother and my grandmother have always known them.
Siora told me of a legend that spoke of them. About a people from the sea that were vanquished there.
Do you think it was the Nauts?
It is not our custom to found a landlocked settlement. We have our islands, and it is enough for us.
If they are ancient, perhaps your people once practiced older customs. This story is troubling, but it reminds me of something that I once read in the reports of Lady Morange. You should go and find her. Perhaps she could tell us more about them.
Very well.
Anything else?
I'm going to leave now. Goodbye, Constantine.
Look out for yourself.
Good day, Lady Morange. Do you remember me?
Of course. Lady de Sardet, isn't it? I hope that you and your cousin have grown to like it here. But I have little reason to believe you have paid me a visit to exchange civilities. Can I be of service?
What can you tell me about the relations we have with other nations?
We play a difficult role, caught between these two enemy nations who are nonetheless our allies. The smallest action could tip the balance and draw us into their conflict. If I may offer some advice, be very careful. We do not want a war to break out here.
You seem interested in the islanders.
As a matter of fact, I find their culture fascinating, but I can't say I know much about them. They are quite secretive and protect their cult and traditions from the curiosity of strangers. I know that their sages, they call them Donegada, are the guardians of their rituals as well as of the island. They have very strong links with nature and the creatures that inhabit it. They're also good healers. I could talk about them for hours, but you will learn more from the islanders themselves.
What do you know about this island?
Much less than I would like. The land is still wild and extremely rich. Its soils are full of minerals, some of which are unknown to us. With regard to the flora and fauna, you've probably seen how different the creatures and plants are here. The islanders protect their land fiercely, and we cannot begrudge them that. When you see what we have done with our own, well, such a source of richness attracts greed.
What can you tell me about New Serene?
It's a new city whose construction began not long ago. When I arrived 5 years ago, there was just a port, a fence, and some huts here. The businesses, the barracks of the guard, the palace, and all of the houses sort of sprung up from the ground. To see how impressive it is today, even if it is still far from its majestic mother, is incredible. Of course, with such expanse, all kinds of bandits, drunkards, and other lowlife have arrived. But I'm very proud of it, in spite of everything. I hope that your cousin continues this work.
What do you know about the ruins found to the northwest of here?
The site that the natives call Didakidnadagase.
That is not how we pronounce it, but yes, we are speaking of the same place.
Your language is difficult to master, but I find it fascinating. To answer your question, I had countless questions about the place when our explorers and scouts first brought back sketches. Intrigued, I went there. I noted the architecture and their decorations. It is certain that they bear a striking resemblance with continental constructions, but they are more ancient. Too old to have been recently built by the Bridge Alliance settlers when they first set foot on the island. I even questioned the natives, but they only spoke of a people of the sea. My first thoughts went to the Nauts, but they're not known for building large towns, less so cities. There are other ruins on a cliff to the east of here. Perhaps they hide the key to this mystery. I hoped to organize an expedition, but the region is dangerous and hard of access. We explored mines at the bottom of the cliff, but we were not able to find an access to the plateau. If the mystery of these ruins intrigues you as much as me, it is in that direction that you should begin to look for answers. Can I help you with any other matter?
My lady, I have to go. Goodbye.
Can you help me?
Like a glove. We'll make it for you.
I need a bit of practice.
Lady Morange said the ruins would be around here. She must have been talking about Deirdre. Look, up there. This is Deirdre, the ruins Lady Morange told us about. But I do not know how to get there. The path collapsed.
Some of the tunnels in the mine may lead to it. We should go there.
Things are about to get dicey! Unusual customers. Greetings, milady. It's a real pleasure to have a customer such as yourself. How may I help you? Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Here's the entrance to the mine. It may be worth talking to the villagers.
Good day. What can I do for you?
What can you tell me about the ruins on the plateau?
You aren't the first to ask me about them, but the answer is still the same. I've nothing to tell you. Not that I wouldn't want to, but I've never been there. There must have been a path once upon a time, but it's no longer there. Maybe it collapsed. Some say that you have to pass through the mines to get there. A few of the tunnels do climb. It's certainly possible, I would say. But those tunnels are all closed, and we have better things to do. The iron ore. It doesn't come out of the ground by itself. Do you need anything else?
Tell me about the mines.
It wasn't us that first dug them out. They're really old. Centuries old. But those tunnels are full of riches. It takes little effort to unearth the minerals that we want. What more could we ask for? Seeing as how there aren't that many of us, if we were pressed to mine all the tunnels, we'd be too few. But the time will come, when folks hear about what we're pulling from these rocks. We won't be alone for much longer.
Hello, you lost?
No. Why do you ask?
It's just that we rarely get visitors. Well then, what can I do for you?
What can you tell me about the ruins that we can see up there?
Not a great deal. To my knowledge, no one's ever been able to reach them. There were some officials from the city that came, but when they saw they couldn't easily climb up to the plateau, they just left. There must have been a path that caved in. Unless some sort of tunnel in the mine takes you there. Anything else?
What can you tell me about the mine?
It's ancient work. The natives must have dug it out a long time ago and then abandoned it. Even if it is strange work for islanders, it looks more like something we would do on a continent. We're trying to restore it. The rock is extremely rich in iron ore, but the tunnels are very old. You need to go slowly. None of us are in a humour to be buried alive. We did explore a few of them, and we're exploiting the closest. But others, nah, they're still inaccessible. Anything else?
I'll leave you to it then.
Until we meet again.
A gate. We must find out how to open it.
The door is blocked. The mechanism that controls it is complex. And as would be expected, it is missing a part. The piece I found was once a part of this mechanism, but it is too worn. It needs to be repaired. Or we need to find a new one.
Hello, you lost?
No. Why do you ask?
It's just that we rarely get visitors. Well then, what can I do for you?
Is there any way you know of to make the lock mechanism blocking off the old tunnels work again?
How do you think I would know? If all the pieces are still in it, I will say yes. If not, it'll need repairing. Perhaps some of the parts need replacing. I believe I remember we found an old sketch of this mechanism in the mine. Serendipitous. Let me see. This is the one. Take it. If a piece is missing or broken, you should be able to replace it easily using this sketch.
Thank you very much. This certainly looks very useful.
And if you don't know how to craft whatever you're missing, you can always go and see the merchant. The pieces seem to be rather standard. Perhaps he'll have what you seek. Anything else?
I'll leave you to it then.
Until we meet again.
Good grief. These are some unusual customers. Greetings, milady. It's a real pleasure to have a customer such as yourself. How may I help you? Thank you. It was a pleasure.
It worked. We can resume our journey. Things are about to get dicey!
It's not possible just now.
Things are about to get dicey!
Finally, here we are. These are the ruins that Lady Lorene spoke to us about.
And she was right. These do not resemble native constructions at all.
Explore the area. Something may give away the identity of the architects.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey! about to get dicey! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Move away! Things are about to get...
This journal confirms what we suspected. A continental nation had once attempted to colonize the island with the help of the Nords, and they were repulsed. From what I was able to decipher, few of them actually managed to escape. The major part of the journal has faded, and I'm not able to make out the name of the author. Let's continue our search. We must discover which nation was here.
Ah!
This seal. I know the insignia, even if it has become more detailed in recent decades. It's hard to believe my eyes.
What you're seeing doesn't seem to please you.
This is the ancient coat of arms of Serene. It's a congregation seal. I think the information is pointing to something. No possible doubt remains. All the clues point in the same direction. The people from the sea who built these ruins and confronted the natives. They were us.
It's difficult to admit. And to think that I turn to you to help us against the Bridge Alliance. I do not judge you guilty of the crimes of your ancestors. But this story is known.
I know this will not help our relations with your people. That is certain.
Goes to show that times change. To think that you were once conquerors. You're gonna have to pay me more for protection. If it comes out, there will be those who see red.
This must be the reason they kept us in the dark. Constantine is going to be furious when he learns this.
Cousin! You have returned! How did things go?
You don't look well. What's happened?
Nothing. Nothing terribly bad, in any case. I must have eaten something that's having trouble going through me.
It seems to me that this illness has been lingering too long. Who prepares your meals? Are they safe?
No one is poisoning me, fair cousin. We are far from court and their customs. It's nothing. Take my word for it. Now then, what do you have to tell me?
We had a talk with Lady Morange, and we explored the ruins that she suggested we visit. All our findings point to one conclusion. Those ruins were originally built by the Congregation of Merchants.
The Congregation? Us? But Father never once even hinted. Once again, he must have deemed me unworthy to know the secret. How he must despise me.
Constantine.
We have other more immediate matters at hand. Have you met the island governors? Did they speak of their discoveries concerning the Malachor?
No, I have not as of yet been able to carry out that mission.
I know I have put a great deal on your plate, but this mission is of the highest importance, cousin.
I'll get right to it. Have no further concerns.
Anything else?
I'm going to leave now. Goodbye, Constantine.
Look out for yourself.
Slash dwellers! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Let's see what you got! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Come and taste my saber! Move away! Things are about to get... Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Here we have a rather strange group. Do you come from the continent? Do you have any news to discuss? I wonder how things are going on the island. At San Mateos in particular.
Halt! In the name of the Enlightened One, present yourself.
Lady de Sardet, emissary of the Congregation of Merchants on Tirfredi. I have come to present my regards to your governor.
We have been expecting your visit, Your Excellency. Welcome. May he light your way.
Renounce your gods! Answer me.
Why? Why are you doing this?
Behold your so-called gods. You are demons. They burn. They are nothing. You shed tears for this creature while your heart should be full of joy. Welcoming the light. Forget your pagan foul teachings. Embrace the true faith.
You are mad.
Renounce your gods!
Inquisitor?
You! Stop where you are. The pagan stink of these soulless natives taints you. You bring demon-spawned barbarians through our gates.
This man just killed some helpless soul in front of our eyes, and he calls us barbarians.
Who are you to address me with such familiarity?
I am the Inquisitor Aloysius, and you will be going nowhere lest your answers give me satisfaction. Do you believe that the God of Light is the one and only God?
Don't tell me that you are going to humor this crazed assassin.
If I want to complete my mission, I believe I have no other choice. No, I am not a believer. What are you going to do now? Burn me at the stake?
Your very presence in our holy city is outrageous blasphemy. May he guide my hand. Enough! This time brute force has prevailed, but the light always triumphs in the end. I will not forget our encounter, and I am certain that we shall meet again.
Young lady. Pardon me, are you not part of the new governor's entourage?
I'm his cousin, and I'm accompanying him on his mission to Tirfredi. What can I do for you, Father?
Bishop Petrus. How divinely fortunate this is. Did you know that I had the honor of meeting you at your uncle's court when you were a child? I would never have imagined that you would grow up to resemble the island natives so closely.
The island was yet to be discovered. How could you have known?
You haven't lost your clever little tongue. You were always quite a remarkable young girl. I'm on my way to New Serene as an ambassador to the new governor. Do you think there would be room for me to accompany you? The roads are not truly safe.
I must first meet the Mother Cardinal to present my respects on behalf of my cousin.
I will accompany you, and then we can take the road together. I'm so happy our paths have crossed once again.
Your Eminence, in the name of the Congregation of Merchants, I present my best regards.
May the light bless you and accompany you on these grounds with inspired guidance.
I thank you. We truly wish that this visit will strengthen the ties between our two nations.
I learned that you crossed paths with that of Inquisitor Aloysius. I'm extremely sorry that this visit took a violent turn. Aloysius's faith is sometimes too absolute. I hope that you have it in you to look beyond it and forgive his zeal.
Another subject brings me as well. The Malachor. The horrible blood plague decimating our peoples.
A terrible matter that worries us all and reveals our imperfections and sinful nature. For he would never have allowed such an evil to spread without a deeper reason, a fault. Our theologians are certain that the Malachor is the work of a curse, and we have discovered that this island is home to a cult that venerates willfully a horrifying demon.
A demon? An evil spirit? It's very strange. I know no planet worships this sort of troubled spirit.
We must unearth this cult and tear it out by its sinister, sinful roots. We started to investigate a village not far from here, where strange happenings have been reported.
I have begun investigations, and I confirm that a demon is certainly active in the area.
Alas, the population is very secretive, and we have great difficulty gleaning any useful information. But if the congregation would help us in this matter, in other words, if the Malachor troubles your cousin as much as myself, report to His Majesty that the destruction of this pagan cult is the only way to eradicate the plague, and his help in obtaining any information from the natives would be extremely welcomed.
Be certain that your message will be transmitted, Mother Cardinal. I look forward to our next encounter.
Are a blessing from the Enlightened. We supply... Welcome to the best holy item shop in San Mateus. Goodbye. Don't hesitate to have a rummage around. Goodbye. May the Enlightened always keep you in his divine blessing.
on Olmanawi. My mother is still held in this outpost near Vegigedo. I must do everything I can to free her from the lion's claws. But you are already busy. We'll talk about it again once you have more time. Anything else?
The first time you saw me, did you really think I was a native?
Aside from the way you dress, you resemble a native. I have never seen an Onolmanawi amongst the Renaigse before. Is it so surprising that I made this mistake?
No, I understand. And I hope that this singular appearance makes me more attractive to you.
Perhaps if your difference wasn't merely physical, but your heart is evidently the heart of a Renaigse. Anything else?
I've never heard you talk about your father. Who was he?
He was the Donegad of our clan. He died many cycles ago, but this memory is still painful. So we usually avoid the subject.
What happened to him?
He was killed as he tried to escape the lions who wanted to capture him. My mother never really recovered from it. This is one of the reasons why she decided to go to war. Anything else?
I must leave you. See you later.
Desarde, I have a favor to ask.
Very well, I'm listening.
I'm not sure if you know how one becomes a Nort.
My understanding is that a child born on any of their boats automatically becomes one of them.
You are talking about the Sea-born, but there are also volunteers, and also others named the Sea-given. The Sea-given are entrusted to the Norts by their family to honor contracts.
How can parents give away their children as a contract?
They do not always have a choice. That's what must have happened to me. I was given away. I don't know anything about my real family, except that they are probably affluent and from the congregation. When I was born, the Norts and the merchant princes had a complex relationship. I must have been used to settle a debt or forge a truce, but that doesn't matter. The mystery of my origins has now become an obsession. I need to know where I come from. If I were patient enough, I'd wait to become a fleet commander, and then I would be told. But since being laid off, such a promotion seems somewhat improbable.
And you want me to help you find this information?
You understand correctly. The records of all seamen stationed on the island are in their respective ports. Mine must be in the harbor office in New Serene, and it must contain my family name. But if I go there, I'd be spotted right away. However, I get the impression that this may not be the right time for you. We'll talk about it again when you're less busy. Did you want anything else?
You seem to be mad at me for some reason. Do you still resent the fact that I called your ship a boat?
No, it has nothing to do with that. Nobility makes me uncomfortable. I'm sorry if I was rude.
I can't blame you. Most nobles are tiresome. I hope that I've managed to change this poor first impression of me.
You have? I was wrong about you. You are different. I should have realized that sooner. I hope you can forgive my manners. It was foolish of me. Did you want anything else?
How did you become a Nort?
As you may have guessed, I am sea-given. I was given to the Norts when I was a little child, for a reason I ignore. I think I was originally from the congregation, but I have no memory of my family. I took my first steps on the deck of a ship. That's all I can remember. Did you want anything else?
I must leave you.
the enlightened protect me in this battle. To my hell! And death to the others! Protect me in this battle! May the enlightened protect me in this battle! To my help! Death to the others! May the shadow engulf our enemies! Me in this battle! To my help! And death to the others! Protect me in this battle! To my... And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! May the Enlightened protect me in this battle!
To my help! And death to the others!
Move away! Things are about to get dark!
Good grief. These are some unusual customers.
The Enlightened protect me in this battle. To my help! And death to the others! May your shadow engulf our enemies! Move away! Things are about to get
Protect me in this battle!
to my help! And death to the others!
can lightly protect me in this battle.
To my... And death to the others!
May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
To my help! And death to the others!
Move away! Things are about to get dicey! May the shadow engulf our enemies! Be careful! Your armor is falling apart!
Halt! What's your destination, milady?
Just into town. I'm an emissary of the congregation and am here to discuss matters with your governor. Why the checkpoint?
We've got orders to verify all comings and goings. The roads are becoming dangerous. Do you have anything particular to report?
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Well then, good travels, milady.
Halt! Your names, titles, and business at hand.
Lady de Sardet, emissary of the Congregation of Merchants on Tir-Fredi. I have come to present my regards to your governor.
Your papers seem to be in order. Welcome to Hikmet, Your Excellency.
Come closer. Come closer. All my wares are in the vanguard of progress.
Your Excellency, welcome. I am honored to receive such a prestigious guest. You will not regret it. My wares are the best in all Hikmet, and always in the vanguard of progress.
your visit.
Here's Governor Buren's palace. I believe he's a renowned scholar, but beware, he's also a politician, with words covered in honey but as dangerous as my weapons.
I think it would be better for me to stay here if you want to preserve your image with the Alliance. My mere presence by your side would be perceived as an insult.
Your Excellency, I'm very sorry, but I can't let you in. For safety reasons, people from Thélème are not tolerated at the palace. Do you understand?
Yes, of course. I'm so dangerous that I could attack the palace all by myself. What can I do for you, my child?
What was your role at my uncle's court? Were you already an ambassador?
No. But I was part of the embassy. I had only just started my career as a diplomat back then. Thélème was hoping to convert the congregation, and they had sent me to spread the word. I tried to teach you some of the basics because you had a predisposition for magic, but you were so young. You preferred to run around the halls with a wooden sword in hand, chasing your cousin.
I will see you later, Father.
Take care, my child.
Your Excellence, it is an honor to meet you. Allow me to present my sincerest regards in the name of the Congregation of Merchants.
And allow me to wish you and your cousin a warm welcome to the island.
in the hopes that this visit will help prolong the profitable relations between our two nations.
Likewise. Nevertheless, another question brings me. The Malachor. The Prince d'Orsay hopes that these new shores will bring us new possibilities. Even a remedy.
It is an area that concerns us greatly, but be assured we are studying it acutely. Our doctors and alchemists are particularly interested in the flora of the Isle. It's extremely varied and different from our own. In fact, we have sent a group of explorers into a very promising sector. Alas, we've had no news from them for quite some time now. We are hoping that nothing has happened. We would have sent a patrol to investigate, but we cruelly lack the means to do so. The natives have proven aggressive, even hostile to our studies, and have attacked us regularly. We are obligated to maintain all of our able-bodied men here in order to protect the city. But we would be happy to share with you the results of our research if...
Your Excellency.
This insolent interruption is untimely and unwelcome.
I deeply regret, Excellency, but one of our frontier posts has just suffered a brutal attack.
Report then, and be precise.
The natives attacked us by surprise. Our men were massacred. Our frontier post is lost.
One more act of barbarity. Dismissed, soldier. Where was I? Yes, we would be most pleased to share our discoveries with our allies if your cousin would send us a party to help us find our lost expedition. I could show you to which region they were sent.
I thank you for the information and will let him know.
If you are of a mind to accord me another request, I would be truly grateful.
I'm listening.
As you have not failed to observe, our troops, as well as our caravans, have been suffering incessant attacks. The merchants, including your own, are raided, often killed, and certain goods have become scarce. Captain Rainhild, who commands our outpost in the plains, has communicated his incapacity to protect them, considering that certain of your own fellow countrymen are involved.
You would like me to lend a hand? I will see what I can do, Your Excellency.
Would you like to speak with me about any other subjects?
Could you tell me a little about your city?
Hikmet is the oldest city on the island. We began construction of its first buildings 15 years ago, shortly after the discovery of the island. A magnificent city, where the great minds of the time were united in a common goal. Here you could find the best doctors, the greatest engineers, and the most eminent savants. In everyone's eyes, this island has great promise, and Hikmet is the city that allows us to make good on that promise.
And what of this conflict with Thélème on Tir Freddy?
Officially, we are at war, but we have never waged war openly here. Of course, we did not rejoice when they set up camp on the Isle, and we expected the worst. But it seems that their only concern is to convert the natives into believing their ridiculous teachings. They represent no true danger to us. At least, not for the time being. And to be frank, we have plenty of other concerns that demand our attention.
I have to go. Look forward to seeing you again.
Farewell, my lady.
My fair cousin! Come closer and tell me what brings you...
I have been to the neighboring cities, as you asked of me.
Tell me then, was your journey adventurous?
Well, I was able to gain audience with the governors, give them your regards, and glean some information.
I would not have allowed anything bad to happen to him, Your Highness.
Oh, it's just us here, Kurt. Why not continue to call me by my given name? Carry on with your story, cousin. I'm impatient to know what secrets our illustrious neighbors have discovered.
The Bridge Alliance believes that a remedy could possibly be found by studying the local flora. They are quite motivated, but their research expedition has gone missing, and there is no sign of life. And since they themselves are under constant attack, they cannot spare a rescue party to investigate. The Mother Cardinal, in her opinion, believes the Malachor to be the result of a curse.
A curse cast by a demon. An evil creature worshipped by a cult of island natives. If you would allow me to second the request of our Mother Cardinal, we are in dire need of your help. Our Inquisitors are hardly diplomats and... But I should let you finish, my daughter.
They have started their investigations in a village where strange events have been taking place, but they are unable to get to the bottom of it. The population keeps its secrets, and Taleme hopes that we might help them learn more about the cult.
This is all extremely interesting. You have lived up to my expectations, as always. That said, we find ourselves between the rock and the hard place. The bridge is already in open conflict with the island natives. Taleme and their inquisitors... We're going to have to tread on eggshells, but let's follow all the clues to their mysteries. We need to help them continue their investigations. Perhaps one will lead us to something useful.
I don't have a lot of men, as well you know, and since I only trust you among them, take Kurt and any others that seem useful. I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you.
If you would allow me, Your Highness, I would be honored to assist your cousin on her investigation.
Very well, then. You could start by indicating the precise location of your nasty village.
Of course, Your Highness. I should have thought of that sooner. Allow me to mark the location on your map, my daughter.
Thank you. Have no fear, Constantine. I will take care of all matters at hand.
I've been thinking about this story of the ruins, about the secret of my father. I want to discover what he is hiding.
This question also concerns you.
You look too much like a native for that to be a coincidence.
Since we cannot bombard my father with questions, others here must give us the answers we require.
The congregation, even in the past, could not have made it to this island without help. We are pitiful sailors.
You are thinking of us. But I assure you that I know nothing of this story.
You are perhaps simply not aware, but your admiral stationed at the captainry surely is. Go and find her, cousin. Try to learn the final chapter of this story.
Very well.
Anything else?
Are you liking your new role as a governor? How does it feel?
Honestly, once the thrill of the first few days is over, it's boring. I receive delegations from everywhere. They arrive with their arms full of presents to make me sign some agreements. Most of them take me for a fool, who will be easily convinced by some silver trinket. I would love to simply brush them all off and work on some real projects. I have so many ideas to make this city, this island, truly amazing.
How are relations with our allies?
Oh, they bow and scrape, and they regularly assure me of their unwavering friendship, so that they can better try to convince me to embrace their point of view, and only theirs. Taleme wants to convert me, and the Alliance assures me that only they will allow us to benefit from progress. They're a bunch of old foxes, but they take me for a young, brainless rabbit. The only thing they really want is to increase their influence on this island, with our help.
Any news of your parents?
No. With the time it takes to travel to the continent, it's not surprising. But I don't miss them. My father's next letter will certainly be full of his usual disdain. As for my mother, you know her. She's probably too busy planning her next assassination to have noticed my absence.
I'm going to leave now. Goodbye, Constantine.
Look out for yourself.
Desarde, I've always hoped to one day find out my biological family name. But I cannot go to the Harbor office in person to see my file. However, I get the impression that this may not be the right time for you. We'll talk about it again. Did you want anything else?
I must leave you.
Hello, Your Excellency.
Adoy! Can you help me? Like a glove. We'll make it for you. Oh, it's a great pleasure to see you again at the Forge. What can I do for you? Want armor that fits you like a glove? We'll make it for you.
Greetings. My caravan goes through all the cities, and the journey is safe. So, where would you like to go?
Thank you, but I'll continue on foot.
I need a bit of practice.
Ah, my child, I'm happy that you are here. I've had an idea that I wish to present to you.
Please do.
I've known the Mother Cardinal for quite some time. She is a formidable woman, gifted and diplomatically skilled. I fear that your cousin might be a little defenseless when dealing with her, and would like to give him a few weapons.
What do you have in mind?
Diplomacy is not only a matter of formal encounters and choreographed etiquette. If we had the means to action more personal leverage, the Mother Cardinal could not manipulate your cousin.
How could we ever find anything of that sort?
Everyone has nasty little secrets, my child. It's our task to discover Cornelia's.
It is a very good idea. But alas, I have other problems to resolve first.
I understand. Come and find me when you are ready.
What was your role at my uncle's court? Were you already an ambassador?
No, that's right.
I will see you later, Father.
Take care, my child.
This valley is vast. We should get to a vantage point if we want to find this expedition.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Poison on my blade. And let's go!
blade. Then let's go! A bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if you can warn off the street! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Is it worth 2.9? It's okay. But the game is nice looking, but it is kinda trash.
Over there. Tents. This must be the expedition's camp.
They do not look in very good condition. Let's have a closer look.
Signs of combat. They were attacked. By the look of the tents and the campfire, it dates back several days. It seems that they were taken prisoner. I don't see any bodies. No weapon leaves this sort of marking. Perhaps they're wielding magic. This looks like scientific equipment. This must be the Lost Expedition's campsite.
The controls are bad and the scripting is bad. The story is really good. That's the only thing that keeps me playing. The game plays like that game with pirates made by Piranha Games back on the PS3. But I'm calling it an end to the stream. Thank you for watching and please subscribe and like mate.